Welcome to the University of Utah IRB Board Member Training Series. My name is Lisa Rigtrip, and I'm an Operations Manager here at the IRB. In this training, we will help you get started as an Expedited Board Reviewer. You've probably been serving as a Convened Board Reviewer for about 6 months or longer at this point. Hopefully, you've had enough time to become familiar with the Board Member Checklist, and you have a good understanding of the criteria for approval of research, the different types of applications the IRB reviews, and when an application can be approved as submitted or when it needs revision before approval. If you need a refresher on any of these topics, please contact a member of the IRB staff and we'll connect you with some training resources to help you. So how are expedited reviews different from convened board reviews? Expedited reviews are approved by a single board member instead of by a vote from the full convened board. This can help speed up the review process by several days. In order to qualify for expedited review, the research must be minimal risk and must fall into one of the federally defined expedited review categories. We'll go into more detail about these categories later. There are a few differences in the ERICA review process than you may be used to. There are several steps involved in completing an expedited review. First, the application is assigned to an expedited reviewer in ERICA. You'll receive an email the same way you do right now for full board reviews. The email will specify that the review is expedited. You can just click the link in the email to go to the ERICA workspace for the study. Begin your checklist and complete it the same way you do right now. You should notice a difference in your checklist towards the end. There will be an extra page at the end of the checklist where you can mark which expedited category you believe the study falls into. There will be help text in the checklist to assist you with this. Make a final determination at the end of the checklist. There are really only two operational determinations you can make as an expedited reviewer: approved as submitted and approved with changes. Tabling and disapproving a study isn't actually possible with expedited reviews. If an expedited application needs extensive revision, you can either send the study back to the IRB staff for changes or notify your coordinator that you need to bring the study to the convened board for discussion. We recommend you request revisions first. If you believe an expedited study should be disapproved, you must request the study be discussed by the full convened board. Expedited reviewers cannot unilaterally disapprove a study. After you've made your determination, either approve the application or send it back to the IRB staff for revision. This is the part of the review process that is different from convened board reviews. If the study is approved, the IRB staff completes final processing. So how long do you have to complete an expedited review and submit your checklist? We ask that you complete all expedited reviews within 1 calendar week of receiving the assignment email, but because you do not need to wait for a vote from the full board, you can complete them as soon as you'd like to. Because all expedited reviews are minimal risk, these applications are often the least time-intensive to review. How many expedited reviews will you be assigned each month? The total number of expedited reviews will vary, but the total number of reviews you receive should be about the same. Expedited reviews are included in your monthly total. They don't add additional reviews to the number you need to complete each month. One exception to this may be Panel 7 members. Panel 7 is an expedited review only panel. So the total number of reviews you receive each month will depend on what was agreed with the IRB director when you joined that panel. When will your expedited reviews start coming in? Expedited assignments are made each week at the same time as full board reviews. Make sure you take an inventory each week so you know which items will be discussed and which items you can approve on your own. Now let's discuss some of the regulations and rules for expedited reviews. As we've already mentioned, expedited studies must be minimal risk. This is specified in the common rule as well as the definition of minimal risk, which is that the probability and magnitude of harm or discomfort anticipated in the research are not greater in and of themselves than those ordinarily encountered in daily life or during the performance of routine physical or psychological examinations or tests. There are several expedited categories of research defined in the federal regulations. The descriptions in these slides are not verbatim from the regulations, but you can Google expedited review categories to review each of the categories as they appear in the federal regulations. The categories are also presented in full in your board reviewer checklist. Category 1 is clinical studies of drugs and medical devices only when the research does not require an IND or an IDE number from the FDA. Category 2 is collection of blood samples by fingerstick, heel stick, ear stick venipuncture with considerations for age, weight, and health of the participant. Category 3 is prospective collection of biological specimens for research by non-invasive means. Category 4 is collection of data through non-invasive procedures. Research involving materials, data, documents, or specimens that have been collected for non-research purposes is covered under Category 5. Category 6 is collection of data from voice, video, digital, or image recordings made for research purposes. Category 7 is research employing survey, interview, oral history, or other quality assurance methodologies. Category 8 is continuing review of research previously approved by the Convene IRB, where active research procedures are complete, have not started, or are limited to data analysis. And Category 9 is continuing review of research not conducted under an FDA IND or IDE, where Categories 2 through 8 do not apply, but the IRB has determined at a convened meeting that the research involves no greater than minimal risk and no additional risks have been identified. There are a few different procedures in the ERICA system than what you may be used to from conducting convened board reviews. To help you track your expedited reviews in ERICA, let's review the steps of expedited review along with what you need to do in the ERICA system. First, the study is assigned to you for review. Click the link in the email from ERICA to go to the study workspace, conduct your review the same way you usually do, and then a new page will come up at the end of the checklist where you can select the expedited categories. At the end of your board review checklist, you need to indicate your final decision. You can select approved as submitted or approved with changes. You can also select tabled or disapproved, but as previously discussed, if you anticipate doing either of these, make sure you contact your coordinator first. The last page of your checklist will require you to select the expedited categories that are applicable to the research. Select all categories that apply, and the IRB pre-reviewer will help you with this by showing you which category they think it fits into. Click Finish, and don't forget to submit your checklist. After you complete and close your checklist, back up one step in ERICA and either click Approve to approve the application as submitted, or click Request Clarifications from staff to send the application back for revisions. When you click Request Clarifications from the staff, ERICA will send the application to the IRB staff, who will request your changes and let you know when it's ready for approval. As a reminder, tabling a study isn't actually possible with expedited reviews. If an application needs extensive revision, send the study back to the IRB for changes or notify your coordinator that we need to discuss the application at the convened board. We recommend that you request revisions first. After the application is approved and revisions are completed, if revisions are applicable, the application is sent for final processing. The IRB staff completes this step for you. Here are a few tips to help you with your expedited reviews. Don't forget to submit your checklist in ERICA. Some board members forget this step regularly, and it often causes delays in approval. Review your assignments as soon as you receive them. Expedited reviews are often easier and quicker to get through than convened reviews. Notify your coordinator if you decide to contact the study team on your own. Your coordinator is responsible for ensuring the application is revised appropriately before final processing, so make sure you keep them in the loop if you need changes to the application. Discuss your decision to table or disapprove an expedited application with the IRB staff before you submit your checklist. Very often, issues with expeditable studies can be resolved quite easily. We have several additional resources available to help you with your expedited reviews. The IRB has several SOPs that relate to expedited review available online, and the Investigator Guidance Series is also on the IRB website and includes in-depth guidance on several topics you may encounter as an expedited reviewer. As always, feel free to contact your IRB coordinator or any member of the IRB staff for help. Your board member checklist includes lots of help text and guidance. Pay special attention to the blue help text, which often includes examples and instructions for completing your review. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you have feedback about this presentation, please feel free to contact the IRB.